butt scoot arm drag is going to come in, you probably use it a lot more in the gym at least because you're not going to do a lot of, you don't do a whole lot of stand-up work. This can make your stand-up work a little bit easier once you get used to going with this arm drag. My goal with you guys over the next 5 or 6 weeks or so is to get you hunting arm drags. I want you guys to just be like monsters with this stuff. It's a really quick way to expand your game and start opening up a lot of positions you might not play. Might not play very much, like back control. So let's talk about butt scoot posture. So most people, when they play butt scoot, they kind of do like this like lazy boy thing. They're laying back a little bit. See how my head, my chest is behind my hips. My hip lines here are behind it. My butt scoot posture, I want to be leaning forward. So I get my head, like there's a big bullseye between my legs. I get my head over top of that, my shoulders over top of that. And I push my chest forward. Okay, as Kelly would say, girls out.
No, I wouldn't.
I go here.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Get that on film.
Now look at my toes too. So I got my back straight, my head's up. I don't want to keep my head down because if Mike's mean, he's going to go like this.
No,
I'm stuck here trying to play.
Mike is pretty mean.
Stay here, right? So now whenever I'm in this position with my feet, notice how my feet aren't like this. I flare my feet out and I'm digging the outside edge of my foot into the mat. So that way I got mobility here. I got my elbows right inside my knees, my hands right on top of my feet. Because Mike, a lot of times, my hands are kind of halfway between my feet and my head, I should say. A lot of times Mike's actually, he's either going to go after my ankles, in which case I need to be ready to start busting those grips, or you start going after my head. And I want to be able to kind of start peeling this stuff, keep his hands away from me. So my hands are out here troubleshooting the whole time. They're ready to bust up these grips. And there's a lot of grip counters and ended arm drags that we'll get to. We're just going to start with a really basic one just to get you guys started, which is we'll start with basic wrist grab. Right? And then we'll talk about more complicated stuff next. So here, I got my posture. I'm in this good position here. I can move pretty quickly because my feet are digging in. I got a lot of mobility. I'm going to go after this wrist. Same thing like you're standing. Get the wrist, and I start going here. And since I'm kneeling, there's a little bit more of a momentum dynamic here. As soon as I start pulling this arm out of position, Mike's going to start resisting. It naturally just moves away. If you pull someone forward, they're going to start pulling backwards. It's just what the human reaction does. So I'm going to go here. As soon as he starts pulling back, I'll come up to my knees. Get my shoulder attached to his shoulder. Same thing we were doing standing, right? So it's a weird movement for everybody. A lot of people struggle with this. We're going to work on it a lot. Key is my feet. If I'm here, I can't pop up. My feet are nice and out. So I get this wrist, and I go here. I start kind of moving out of position. As soon as you resist, I use this to drag up. So I'm kind of doing like a bicep, like a row here. It's just a little one. It's all I need to pop myself up. So go here, you start to resist. Shoulder to shoulder, up on my feet. Okay? Boom. Up. Up. You guys do that a lot if you need to. Don't worry about moving that much. Mike's really helping me out, making this very dramatic. So I'm here. Just get yourself up, shoulder to shoulder, nice and tight. No space here. It's a big key for this. So now once I get to this position, I'm going to push off my feet and drag them backwards. Here. Notice I kick this foot in the air, now I just throw it down. Start coming up with my seatbelt position. Okay? One more time. So I go boom, get this wrist, I start dragging. Up, going forward. Not moving Mike a whole lot, I'm moving me more. So now once I get this arm beat, I gotta push my elbow here. I push off of my feet to drag it backwards. Now notice how I'm gonna get Mike's outside leg here between my legs as I do that. I'll push, stretch it nice and out. See how his posture's now broke? Lay down, come up, get my seatbelt position. Now we're ready to do our roll, right? We were doing before. Cool for everybody? Make sense? Yeah?